This is going to be a barn burner. I mean, I think we have here Chris Wilson in the red, who's a world champion at the Espoir level.
Yes.
And from Simon Fraser University, and Gord Sturrock.
Oh, that's Sturrock and Wilson. This will be a scrap.
And Sturrock in the blue is now at the University of Western Ontario.
Oh, he's down at UWO with Ray now.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, good leg pickup by Gord. Fake foot sweep, picked up the leg. Now, Chris has got excellent balance. This won't be easy for Gord to finish this takedown. If you notice how he's dancing on one foot, controlling the wrist, hooking his other foot to the outside. He's very flexible in the hip, so it's hard to take him down from there. Good control. Good control by Gord, but excellent presence of mind by Chris Wilson. Chris looks like he may have hurt his knee a little bit on that one. Yes, Frank, last year, Chris Wilson won the World Championship as an Espoir, 19, 20 years of age, and he also received the, correct me if I'm wrong, but an award for being the outstanding junior male athlete in Canada.
That's right. Well, we did. Big, prestigious Air Canada award that carries with it a couple of plane tickets and a number of others.
Terrific. We were overdue for an award like that. Now, Gord's been around a long time. Excellent former high school wrestler from Thunder Bay, and both of these guys are future Olympians. Maybe especially Chris Wilson, given the fact that he's a few years younger. Good attempt by Chris, good presence of mind by Gord to spin away, and they both ended up out of bounds. Score still 0-0. And don't expect a real high score here, Frank, because, you know, these guys have wrestled each other many times. They've worked out together, and they know each other fairly well. And now Chris has been cautioned for inactivity, so Gord Sturrock is now in the up position, attempting to turn. And again, there we see it, the ever-present gut wrench. And you notice some wrestlers like it down around the hips. Other wrestlers like to take it right up around the chest.
And Gord's really committed to it. I mean, he's not switching off to anything else with it.
No, he's going from side to side. He'll go either way with that. But you notice, Chris, he knows how to move his hips and how to counter with the head and shoulders. No point scored, both still standing. The score is still 0-0 between Chris Wilson and Gord Sturrock, both national team members.
Chris is originally from Winnipeg and moved out to Simon Fraser University to be with Mike Jones.
And again, you can see the influence. He'll be in excellent condition, and he'll be well drilled on the fundamentals of wrestling. No doubt about it. They have an excellent program at Simon Fraser. Good movement. Now Gord has been cautioned. Again, the referee, Barbara Soletnik, she's letting these two guys know early in the match she's just not going to stand for any inactivity here. She's saying, yeah, I know you know each other, guys, and you've worked out a lot together, but I want to see some wrestling out here. Not just, she doesn't want to see them wait, and late in the match, one guy will score 1 point and win. So she'll hand out cautions to red and cautions to blue until somebody is in danger of being thrown out.
You know, Lou, I don't think from this position, the parterre position here, that either of these people can turn one another. I mean, Gord had little luck with Chris, and I don't think Chris can turn Gord. I think they're just both too tough down there.
Well, I'll tell you, Gord's a tough guy down there. You can tell. You can tell by the intensity. You can tell by the body position. He's not relaxing for a second. He's just moving from side to side. As Chris moves, he'll move. Okay. No point scored on the bottom. Both wrestlers are back on their feet. The score is still 0-0, and now each wrestler has a caution. Good follow-through by Chris.
What a counter by Sturrock.
You see the intensity on Sturrock's face there? There was no way. There was no way he was going to give that up.
Well, fans appreciate good wrestling skills like that. Nice attempt at the ankle pick, and Sturrock countered it well.
A little bit of controversy here, Frank, because Chris was in control when they went out of bounds and had the leg up, and the judge actually called for a point there. But the match chairman has overruled. He said, no, not quite enough control. Good penetration here by Gord. Good high crotch and a good counter. Look at the hips. See that hip top?
Right.
One of your old favorites. Boy, that smarts a little when you get that heavy, bony hip in the side of the foot.
Good switch up under.
Yeah. Now they'll score him here.
I think they'll probably score points here.
I think they'll score him there. It's the second time that's happened. Gone off the mat, in control. Calling for no points again.
Well, I think they could have easily awarded one there. Well, there wouldn't have been too much argument.
Frank, that's true, but I'll go with Barbara. She was right there. She was right there. She could see the action. She's an experienced seasoned official. And the fact that both the match chairman and the judge agreed with the call, I mean, it was unanimous. It was very close, but no points scored yet. It's still 0-0. And each wrestler has been cautioned once now.
We're focused in here on Gord Sturrock, Lou. You know, Gord left University of Western Ontario last year and then traveled to Montreal and trained with Victor Zilberman for the whole year at Concordia University, and Victor's the Olympic coach. Gord was unsuccessful in his attempt to make the Olympic team.
Well, it was close, though. From what I understand, he gave it an excellent shot.
Yeah, and you know, there was a big controversy because in the final selection trial process, they wouldn't let Gord Sturrock wrestle off. They said that he had not exhibited enough skill throughout the year to even merit an opportunity to wrestle off.
Well, I hope they're here watching him today, because if they are, they're questioning that decision, I'm sure.
Well, I think so, because they allowed Chris Wilson the opportunity to wrestle off, and here we have a match, 0-0, between one fellow that was not allowed to wrestle and another that was.
Well, those decisions are made on the information available at the time, and again, you've got to go with the selection committee. It's stocked with excellent, experienced people, and I'm sure there was no bias involved.
No, I don't think so.
Here we go. Both guys laying 5 on each other and said, okay, let's go. The score is 0-0. We're out to score some points here. And you can look to the referees to caution somebody very early here in the second period if there aren't some legitimate attempts made at scoring points. Gord's got a look of intensity on his face, hasn't he? Hey, watch out, Gord. You can't push him off. Now, Chris is trying to circle in. Yeah, they're calling for blue.
Well, that's what Gord wants. He got it, or went the other way, didn't it?
Yeah, I agree with that. Barbara made an excellent call there.
Yeah. Boy, John Park's upset.
Well, yeah, John, the coach has a right to be upset whenever a call goes against his wrestler. You know, I'd agree with that, but certainly Gord from here looked like he was deliberately pushing Chris, and Chris was making every attempt to circle back in.
So Gord was attempting to get the caution, and in fact, by being so aggressive to push him out,
it worked against him. So now he has 2 cautions on him, and he's in the down position, so it's really a double whammy there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Chris is in a position to score some points here, although, as you pointed out earlier, Gord's awfully tough, and he says, Gord says, I'm not staying down and let you waste my time down here. I'm coming up. Good move. Good nice step over by Sturrock, though. Yeah, beautiful counter.
A spin under by Wilson and a step across. Boy, that's great.
That was excellent wrestling, folks. Even though there are no points up on the board here, we're being treated to an excellent match. And these guys are really going at each other. No hesitation on putting that leg in. Now, good switch off. Good switch off and good counter again. Did you see the switch off from the right to the left leg?
Yeah.
Now, let's see what's
coming out. Look at that defensive position. Yeah.
Now, Chris, you've got to circle in here. You can't back off the mat.
Gord,
Good.
They could call caution on red there, Luke.
Well, no, he didn't go off the mat. He didn't back off, Frank. He circled. He had to stay square. It just happened to be that they were on the edge. That was another good call by the officials. We've got a barn burner going here. Gord is out to prove something, and he's going at it with a vengeance. Again, we had a little bit of a butting situation there, and both wrestlers moving towards each other. At the same time, and he'll take 30 seconds here to make sure all the teeth are still in place, and the tongue's not all that fuzzy, and they'll get back at it. Chris is a tough competitor. It'll take a lot more than a little bump in the head to put him out of the match. Okay, back to the middle. The score is still 0-0, and Gord Sturrock has 2 cautions. Gord being the wrestler in blue. Caution on Chris Wilson because he did take a few steps backward there, Frank. And,
good call.
Yeah, and these calls are maybe as much political as anything because you know, Gord certainly doesn't deserve to be thrown out of the match at this point with this 3rd caution, and so we'll give a caution to Chris. And we'll even the cautions up. And now, guys, you've both got 2 cautions. Somebody had better do something. We may go into overtime here with a 0-0 score.
That'd be great.
Because both wrestlers have to go hard now.
And nobody can back up, can afford to be passive here at all, can they?
That's right. Well, it would be a crying shame if if one of these 2 wrestlers was disqualified from this match, because there's been even though no points, a tremendous amount of activity, and good activity. Okay,
The
now,
crowd appreciates it.
now we're standing. The score is still 0-0 with just over a minute left in the match. So neither wrestler can afford to back up, and somebody, I think they're going to see some good shots here in the last minute. Gord lifting that underhook here, trying to penetrate. Good move by Chris in lifting the leg. Circling back to the middle now. Gord's got his head low, in tight, trying to force Chris's head down. With a half-hearted penetration. But again, almost got behind him on that one. But again, a good official like Barber's not going to get to a good penetration here. This could be it. A single point here. A single point here. But,
nice.
But
look
again,
at Gord extend the hip. Nice count. Outstanding wrestling. Counter.
No.
That's all.
Well, I think Barbara is just letting both wrestlers know that she's ready to give that caution, and the match chairman wasn't going to throw anybody out. She wasn't really seriously asking that to be thrown out. The match is just too good. She's just letting them know that, hey guys, I'm ready to call it, so let's get going.
They're throwing out.
They had thrown out Chris Wilson.
I don't agree with that.
Well, that was an awfully...
Chris made the single leg attempt and switched out to the high crotch, and now they've decided...
With 14 seconds left, Frank, I agree with you. That is a tough call to make. I mean, you know, granted there have been no points scored. That's a tough call to make. I would have been tempted to let it go into overtime. Right. Certainly Gord Sturrock didn't deserve to lose the match either. Now, you can hear the crowd voicing their disapproval. I mean... you know, as an official, it's tough to come out ahead. You're in a lose-lose situation no matter what happens. You just have to go with the fact that, you know, Barbara Saletnik is very experienced. Jay Bradbury, the match chairman, is a fila exceptionnel. And you see Mike Jones here, the coach from Simon Fraser, up talking to Jay Bradbury saying, why?